Hello guys, happy Sunday to us all. You are welcome to my eldest guys. Please come in. Let's talk about late Sylvester Oromoni, who was killed. All right guys, come in, come in, come in, come in. Let me see if I can open this window for more light. Happy Sunday, lovelies. Happy Sunday, global audience, people of DD Iganes King. I greet you guys. I welcome you guys as well with your time. Whenever you come across this video, please don't hesitate to share your own thoughts and views, how you feel about the killing of Sylvester Oromoni, who his parents sent to school, Dowell College in Lekki, Lagos State, Nigeria, Africa, West Africa. Okay, my people. So now, does it mean that sending your children to boarding school, you are making a great mistake? Because at the end of the day, that child will come back home either being sick, or they will call you guys to come and pick up a dead body corpse of that your lovely child that you sent to school to go and learn. My people, guys, in short, let me share out this stream so that people will come in. Let's interact. Boarding school of these days, what is happening? Boarding school where parents pay millions of naira, all in the name of my son or my daughter is in so type of school where they pay very high. Guys, come in 1 minute. Where they pay heavily. Some parents even go as far as borrowing, all in the name of to send a child to school, which I am totally against anyways, because I believe in life of destiny. Whatever God have programmed your destiny to be, that is how it will be. No matter what you decide to do on that child, no matter how far or how much you want to spend on that child, if God says that that child shall become a good child in future, no matter what village people try to even do, it won't work. Okay, my people. So destiny was, allegedly, according to the parents' reports, guys, listen, light. According to the parents' reports, that they sent their son to school, and the only child for that matter, where they pay millions of naira as tuition to Dowell College. And the parent of the child received calls that their son was sick, and that particular boy went to play football, and along the line he had some injuries. Make una dey hear story o, how they twist, they bend story, all these big expensive boarding school, because they have people backing them up. The boy went to play football according to what they said, and the boy sustained some injuries, and they called the parents to give situation report on how the boy is faring and how the boy is being treated. And according to them, they said it's a bit okay. This is what I am talking about. Parents, in short, this video is a two-way thing, because I don't even know whether it's negligent on the part of the parents or nonchalant on the part of the school and that of the parents and the guardian, whom they said that was even registered in the school, that can come for that boy or come for their children. Because according to the father, he said that there are 3 of them in that said school. So that can come for any of them as a guardian that reside in Lagos State, Nigeria, since the school is situated in Lagos State, Nigeria. And the parents are far back Delta states, south parts of Nigeria. Lagos State is the western part of Nigeria, my people. So in short, this video, when I came across this video yesterday, I was really grieved and bitter. More especially to the parents, because you did not see school in Delta State, any good school to send your child. I always tell people, if you know you have that millions of naira to spend on your children, why will you decide to put them in Nigeria schools when you know that things like this must surely come up one day? We are still talking about Don David's case. I believe you and I knows what happened to Don David. We are still talking about the case, all right? And still fighting for justice for that innocent boy. Some Nigerians came out and bombast the woman, saying that the woman is too ferocious. She wants to be known. She wants to siphon money from the school. She also wants to siphon money from Meaningful Nigeria. And the woman cried out that if she can pay over 500,000 as school fees for her son, Don Davis, does it mean that she is a hungry human being? Now, know how Nigerians are. Now, some are for and some will be against. Now, normal thing. She cried out. Some were like, you too overdo am. We know you are a mother. We felt your pains, but you went too far. You just too overdo am because you are looking for money to siphon. Now I see why this woman stood on her grounds concerning her son. Now I see the reasons why she fought tooth and nail, why she was criticized, why she was condemned, why she was abused, why she was even cyber bullied, all in the name of justice that she wants for her son. She was doing all that because of unforeseen circumstance, something that will befell or befall someone else's tomorrow. And look at it. Yes, the same boarding school. The difference is that they are 2 different schools. Deeper Life High School, that one is a Christian school where they practice Christianity and they imbibe Christianity in children, students of that school. This is another one now, Dowen College, an expensive school, which is even far expensive than that Deeper Life school. You sent your child to school all in the name of go and bend down your head to read book and become a better person for yourself tomorrow. I don't need your money. If you like, don't take care of me in evening time when I'm old. But I want to put in morals in you as a son or a child, not because you are my favorite, not because you are brilliant, not because you are respectful to us, just because you are our child. You are our children. And it is our responsibility as parents to take care of our children. So my people, that was what happened. They sent this boy to school and he came from school sick. He came from school sick. And before he died, he made a confession that some seniors, which I will do an audio video and put their pictures as well, there are some seniors who tried to initiate him, 12 years old boy, into cultism, and he refused. They were the one that now beat that boy and gave him some substance that damaged the system of that boy. Poor little boy, 12 years old boy, that his birthday was supposed to be forthcoming few days before he died. This is what we are talking about. What is the system turning into? Are we sending our children to school to go and learn academically, or they not go to school to do otherwise? They now go to school to join gang, to become gangsters, to become cultists, to put impending pains on their parents that have sponsored them, that have trained them through school. Hello, Nancy. Thank you for coming in. This is really disheartening. As a parent, you don't allow such thing to happen to you first before you cry when you hear such stories. How can somebody who is paying millions of naira for one child, just one child, in a school, a private school for that matter, for that child to become a better person in future, at the end of the day, they brought dead body to you? What happened to the school authorities when they were beating and bullying and intimidating this said Sylvester or Oromoni? Where were the school students? Where are the managers of that school? Where are the teachers that are on ground? Where are the minders? Does it mean that there is an uncompleted dormitory in the school premises where such things are done? We are talking about private school here, which I believe that is four-cornered fenced. Does it mean that these children, they jump out of the fence to go and do whatever they want to do, to go for their occultic meetings? What is the school authority doing about this right now? Instead, they are trying to dodge the case. They are not trying not to take the blame for the death of this poor little innocent only child of the parents, all because they want that their child, or they want their children to be somebody meaningful and better in future. My sister is really crazy. It's really, we are talking about private schools for this matter, not even government school or federal school. Private, where you pay millions of naira to look after your child. Okay, I always tell people who have this money to spend that Nigeria as a country, I will not want to use the word that is failed. We are passing through phases, because I believe that one day Nigeria will really redeem its lost glory. But if you are a parent, you have these millions to spend on your child that you said you truly love, please, I discourage you. Didi is discouraging you. Don't ever put your child in a boarding school in Nigeria. Instead, send that child abroad alongside with the mother. I know of a family based in Nigeria. Their only son school in Ghana. The mother is in Ghana. Whenever school session is on, they rented an apartment there so that her eyes will be on ground for her son. That is what the family did, because they don't want to hear a story that touches. How can an underage boy who is still under his juvenile 12 years, yes, that's what the parents said. It's 12. It's supposed to clock 12 years. All right. You sent him thousands of kilometers away. You based in Delta State, Nigeria. You sent this child to Lagos State, Nigeria. Extension to extension. That is a red flag first on the parents' side. Then secondly, according to what the school is saying, that they called the mother couple of times that your son is not too strong. Your son is behaving funny. And according to that, your son, he said he derived some injuries when he went to play football. As a mother who have gone through conception, then you now delivered of that your baby through pains, agony, tears. You received a distress call. If this is true, because I'm trying to analyze this story, you receive a distress call, if this is really true, that this is the condition of your son. Instead, You called a guardian. A guardian is somebody that can stand in or represent a parent in the absence of that parent. You called a guardian that you said based in Lagos State there with your son to go and check on your son. Unfortunately, the person did not go. They called again. What are you doing as a mother? You people are rich, for crying out loud. Can you not book the next available flight? Thank God it's within Nigeria. I think there is airport in Warri. Okay, even though the airport in Warri is not functioning or there's no route from Warri to Lagos, look at Warri, look at Edo State. Your only heir, the only son that God have given to you, you just felt nonchalant about it. What are you doing when you are not on the hospital bed, when you are not on wheelchair? What are you doing? What business were you really doing as at that time as a mother? You call yourself a mother? That is a red flag on your own side. Negligence. Don't depend on people. Don't depend on people. You are you. Your husband is your husband. Your kids are your kids. Families are families. Friends are friends. Neighbors are neighbors. There is an extent in life. All these things I mentioned right now, or all these persons I mentioned right now, can go for you and I. Warri and Benin Road is bad. They should have known about this before they took their child to Lagos State, my dear. That is not an excuse. Warri to Benin Road is bad, but people are still passing it. As a Christian that you are, because in the Bible, in the video I watched, I overheard them praying for that boy. As a mother, you were praying, so you could put your knees on bended your bended knees on ground and pray to Almighty God that you are going to carry your son to hospital. Nothing will happen to you. God hears prayers of you and I up to date. God exists. You were nonchalant about it. Instead, you called somebody in Lagos, a guardian in Lagos, to go and pick the son. Did the person go now? They said it's too late to cry when the red head is off. By the time they could get that boy, the boy is gone. He's gone. It will only take the special grace of God to bring that boy back to life. The boy is gone, because you need to see the lips. Nobody even knows this kind of substances, because you cannot tell me the boy reacted to drugs. Definitely, schools like that will have effective sick bay, good quality sick bay, where they can carry out first aid treatment or first aid medication before the arrival of the parents or guardian. And I think it is high time schools, it's not only to be collecting money. This is pissing me off. I'm really, really, really sad, as if I know these people. You people are out there collecting millions of naira for tuition alone, school fees. We are not even talking about prospectus that follows before you put that your child in school. I really don't blame the mother such, because the school might not sound so serious from the beginning. My dear, anyways, that is your own opinion. But to me, that is talking here, mother, when you say real mothers are supreme. I know when I traveled to Nigeria 2019 without my kids, all right, I know how I felt as a mother. I'm telling you, even right from the airport, I was crying. I was crying like a baby, telling them goodbye. Okay? Do you know what it means? You are the person that carried that child in your womb. There is this bond between you and your baby. You not give birth to that baby by the special grace of God. You birthed that baby. Mother and child is alive, or mother and children are alive. You started grooming this child right from a day old to 12 years old. Abba, my sister. Abba, no matter what. Okay? This is underage child we are talking about. Yes, you depended on the school. You felt that the child is in a safe hand. That is why you are spending millions of naira to put your child in such school. Fine and good. But mind you, Nigerian parents, those people are in for business. They are not interested for whatever comes out of your child, whether they excel academically or not, or whether they fail woefully. They are in for business, strictly business. Una write any undertaking, una write any, if you people wrote an undertaking, or yeah, the parents should present it in court. All right? That if anything happens to your child, do you know how many children have been molested, abused in so-called boarding school? You have that money to spend. Why would you not send your child abroad? If such things happen abroad, by now, those children that beat the hell out of that boy, that made the boy to die, by now they would have been arrested. How is Nigeria's system working? It's high time parents sit down and they dialogue as man and wife before they take decisions. More especially women, because women are the one pushing their husbands into things like this. When I watched the video yesterday, I was even like mad at the man when he said that the boy complained that he's been beaten in school by some seniors, that he wanted, look at what a father was saying on air, that he wanted to withdraw the boy and the second to last daughter, I'll be the last daughter, something like that. He wanted to withdraw two of them. Then the daughters, your children, you are paying their school fees, that are living under your roof, are not telling you as a father, telling you as a parent, telling you as parents what they want. That the daughter said, daddy is just discipline, oh, that it's not like what Sylvester is saying, oh, that they like the school, blah, 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 blah. That is another flag to me on the father's side. Nothing like favorite child. Parents that are doing all this favorism, whatever, it is high time this nonsense stop, because things like this will continue to happen. Your child complained that, daddy, I don't want to go back to that school. This is what some seniors are doing to me at that school. And you must have heard about Don Davis' case, even though you've not met the family one-on-one. You did not do anything as a father. You did not go back to the school and said, what is going on? This is what my son is talking about the school. Or better still, withdraw that school, even though you have paid for that session. We are talking about life here. There must have been internal bleeding in that son. There must, apart from the blister and apart from what they said, ate all the intestine and whatever that's inside of him, it passed so. That boy don't get internal bleeding. And it was late by the time they rushed that boy. That was why he died in the presence of the parents. It was too late. Sometimes we humans as parents, we are the ones that put ourselves into mess. There is nothing that anybody can tell me. Let's assume the father is very busy. The father is working. The father is not presently in the country. The father works at the rig or work at somewhere that he cannot come out immediately. What about the mother? What about the mother? Does the mother still do the same thing? Is the mother in a country where she's fighting for peacekeeping over there? You send somebody to go to the school to pick up your child and you were not even calling the person frequently. What are you doing? What are you doing? Let me hear Sylvester's voice. What's up? You are not? You are not? I still blame the school, because how can kids sleep, no hostel master on duty to watch them? No CCTV either. The school should be closed is my own opinion. For now, that is what I heard, but I don't know how true it is. No problem. Thank you. No problem, Nancy. You're always supportive. Okay? What are you doing as a parent when your child complains that he or she doesn't like a particular school you put them, or a particular school they got admission into? Will you hearken to your child's voice, or you will decide as a parent? Because I strongly believe that if the parents have withdrawn this boy from that school when he complained initially, this wouldn't have happened. Are there not good schools, private good schools at Delta State you live, where you can drop your son off and bring him back? You said it's your only son, oh, so you want the best of him, and now look at he's gone. Twist of fate. When I hear people say life is not balanced, I lie, I laugh. My dear, life is 100% balanced because God took his time to create everything beautiful. But it is you and I that are not balanced. It is you and I that are wicked and devilish. It is you and I that don't like ourselves, we don't love ourselves, we want the downfall of each other. That is what is not balanced. Life is balance. All right? Life is balance. So people should stop using that notion. Life is balance because if God vex for una when they always dey talk am, life is not balance, and sniff that life out of you untimely, una go come put am say na village people. Now na mouth, there is power of life and death in our tongue. So we should be watchful of what we dispose out of it. We should be watchful and mindful of what we talk out of this our tongue, because it can repair, it can destroy. It is fragile like an egg. Words are fragile like eggs. If you don't handle them with care, you will end up destroying it. So people saying life is not balanced, life not balanced. Make it not balanced for now. Life balance for me. But now you and I, the individuals living on planet Earth that God took his time to create so that they can go multiply, dominate, and have rule over life that is not balanced. They now came to life, and as Adam and Eve did, ate the forbidden fruit, they now became wise as God. They thought that they know everything God knows. They come, they think say they are now wise as God because they see their nakedness. Life is balanced. It's just unfortunate that people living on planet Earth in the life God has given to us are the ones that are not balanced. Red flags on the aspect of the parents, red flags on the school as well. Because as a father, for that matter, you said it on air that your son complained to you. Then you now hearken to the voices and the advice of your children, a father for that matter. Not that it was even the wife that is saying this. Abba, Papa, you don't fail for there. Woefully to me, you have failed. You have failed. So are you telling me you want something to happen to you first when the handwriting is boldly written on the wall? When we talk about all these cultics, fraternities, it doesn't just start in one day. If they want you, all this brotherhood or sisterhood, they will keep disturbing you. That is why I say always be friends with your children. Ask them questions. Boarding school, that all those children are under control by the school authority. They are the one holding their phones. They are the one telling them when to speak with their parents. They are the one telling them in particular free time to do video call with their parents. It's far, far different from you taking your child to school in the morning and bringing that your child back. That your child will not be under the same roof. Then you will not sit your child down and ask your child to tell you the activities of what has happened in school that particular day. My people, those of you sending your children to boarding school, make una continue. I am not against it, but I am totally against it when that boarding school is too far from you that you cannot do anything when a distress call comes in. You cannot do anything. But if you know you have that millions of naira to spend on your children, fine and good. Why don't you send that child out abroad and take your wife? You as a man can stay, no matter the business the wife is doing. You people want better future for that child, is it not? Yes, you can afford it, is it not? Okay, good and fine. Then you talk to your wife. One of you have to go with this child, rent an accommodation. There are lots of parents that are here, that their children are schooling here. They are with their children. They will grant you access to come as far as education. They will grant you access because those children depend on you. They are your dependent. Okay? They depend on you. So as a parent, it's not about decision makings when it comes to how to bring up our children. Sometimes we should listen to our children. When a child cries to you that I don't like this school, I don't like this teacher, daddy, I don't like this discipline you are forcing me to do, respect that child's opinion. Because that child have seen. They say children, they are spiritual. Children, they see you. Because they don't have sin in them. They don't know anything as children. That is why when they die like that, they go to heaven, because they are spotless when it comes to sin. They don't know anything. But when a child have started knowing good from the bad and doesn't want to accept the bad way, like this Sylvester that said he was bullied, he was intimidated, he was humiliated by some seniors in the school. God forbid bad thing that our children will put us into a mayhem. Our children will put us into problem, big problem that we did not bargain for. Instead, God should allow that child to go through menstruation. Flush that child through menstruation, not even miscarriage. Miscarriage is fortuitous. That child have even formed. Menstruation that have not formed, the God should allow that child to go. Look at the kind of mess now these children have put their parents into. We are talking about murder case here, not that somebody is sick, not that somebody is beaten and maybe one of his leg is amputated. We are talking about somebody you will not see again. You no go see him, you no go see him again. Death is very painful. Until it happens to you, that is when you will know that death is painful. When death ever come to somebody that you truly love, you no go know say death dey pain. You might be hearing about people's death. Your neighbor died, church member died, this person died. You will just say, my condolences, my condolences, my condolences. It ends there. But you don't know the agony, the trauma, the pains that person is going through until it touches you. But that is why death touches every family, so that people will know the pain that people goes through. Death touches every family. I don't believe there is any family that have not recorded deaths in their families. I don't believe so. It could be extended family. It could still be your immediate nuclear family. All right? So please, Nigerian parents, because that is what is rampant now for those that have money, okay, to send their children to boarding schools, and they will send them from extension to extension. Extension to extension. There are good quality boarding schools in your state. But let's say peradventure you don't have one in your state. As a parent, you can decide to relocate to the said state you want that your child to go. And come to think of it, must a child go to boarding school? Must a child go to boarding school? What is so different from a child going to a school that comes from the house, day school, and that of the boarding school? Does it mean that children that goes to day school will not read their books as well as they do in the prep class in boarding schools? Boarding student that you will see your children, plumping children, beautiful girls, handsome boys, pretty young boys that you will send to school. By the time you go and visit them, you will just be seeing only their head. Because of how they are maltreated. All the good provisions parents bought for them, they will siphon them, all those senior students. They will color them, and their own parents are still bringing for them. All in the name of, I am your senior. All in the name of, I am your school father, I am your school mother. They will take everything. This child will be starved. This child cannot talk. They will bully this child and tell the child that if you tell your parents anything, and by the time we return the next session, you are gone. And when a child is scared of the parents, you don't dialogue with your children. You don't bring the love with your children from time. You don't ask your girl child that is still underage, have you seen your menstruation? How is it? Tell me, have you seen it for this month? Do you still have pad? You don't ask your boy child. Tell me, is anybody trying to force you into same sex? Is anybody trying to touch you at inappropriate place? Your girl children too. What about your teachers? Is any of them telling you to come and visit them in their own dormitory? Is any of them telling you to come and visit them at the bush? Talk to your children. Hello, childhood. Thank you for coming in. Talk to your children. Be friends to your children. Stop making friends that are not relevant with adults like you. Let your children be your best friend. If your children are scared to tell you certain things, then what? You will see a girl child you are living under the same under the same roof with, have started menstruating, have seen her first flower in life. You don't know as a mother. The child will be scared to come and tell you because of all what you are known about is money, money, money pursuing. You don't have time for your children. You don't ask them. Even the boys, you don't even ask the boys when they are getting ripe for their what is it called in life. You don't even ask them. It is red flag on the aspect of the parents. It is red flag. Negligence is another thing I see in the death of this boy's case. Negligence. Even the guardian that they depended on, Abba, look at Lagos State, the same place, even though I don't know where you reside. What were you doing when you were called upon as well? What were you doing? Do you really feel unconcerned that after all, it's not my own child? I will go at my own pace. I will go at my own time. Is it not because they trusted and believed in you? That is why they allocate or allotted the authorization to you to check that child on their behalf? Yes, because if they don't trust you, they wouldn't have done that. Then you, the mother as well, that the school said they were calling, and we need to really know whether what they said was true from you. Look at now, that boy just went like that. Young boy just went like that, handsome boy. What happened to his lips? Where did they get that substance that they gave that boy to drink? Where? Because I will not believe that that boy reacted to medication. What kind of medication will eat that boy's lips like that? Like somebody that have blisters all over. What type of medication will destroy that boy like that? That was how a story came up some time ago. I've forgotten the girl's name. The same boarding school, underage girl, condom was seen in her vagina. Ah, condom. Are you going to make love in school or you are going to read your book? Condom don't ferment, don't decompose for inside the girl bekus. Don't rotting. That was how that girl died too. Look at Don Davis' case. If not the relationship, that bond between Don Davis' mother and Don Davis, who knows? And had it been as well, Don Davis' mother did not take proactive measures on her son, who knows? Maybe, God forbid, we would have been hearing story that touch. Because when I saw the pictures of Don Davis when he was sent to school the very first day at school and when he came back, hey, religious school for that matter, I saw total maltreatment. That boy have suffered. He cannot talk. You know when you are being bullied by your superiors. Nigerians, most people not go agree believe because Don Davis mama never open the picture, send the Peking Don Davis annals to the public worldwide to see. So they might not believe, some of them might not believe the enemy of progress that are against this news, that are fighting for their church, since it's a church school. Some of them might not believe that what the woman was saying was true until they want to see, say, the boy annals they public first before they go believe. Do you need to see that when doctor's report is out there, when there are evidence out there, when the boy even confess? Or are you telling me that it was the mother that compelled the boy to say all those things that he said on that day? And according to Don Davis' mother too, she said that the school authority, Deeper Life High School, came up with specific amount that she should drop the case so that they will settle this thing out of social media, cyberspace, and the news. But she refused. So what are we talking about, my people? Let your eyes be on ground on your children. Let your children be your best friend, not to dey gossip like jumping chicken from one apartment to another apartment, condemning people that cannot afford private schools, boarding schools like your own children. It's not that. You that can afford private schools, international schools for your children, expensive school for your children, thank God for your life. For those of us that cannot afford it, don't put them down, because you don't hold the future of that child. Imagine allegation going on now that one of the parents, immediately they heard about this, did visa immediately for that his son, and flown the son abroad. I don't know how true, because there are 3 boys. I don't know which of the boys were flown out of the country. But if this is true, may them bring all of them, even though they are all under juvenile, because this is juvenile delinquency. They should bring all of them to dance to the reggae that they started, because they have already started dancing into. Una run nowhere, una move nowhere. As una they move, cyberspace they move with una. They go be all of una. Una go come talk. When Don Davis case started, people thought that this woman is just ranting. She wants to make name. She wants to engulf the cyberscape with her rant videos, with her disrespectful manner, that she is telling the whole world that she is the man of the house. Have Don Davis' father come out to talk as a man who's supposed to be the pillar of the house. Instead, she is the one standing in as a man. Let me tell you guys, there is no marriage that is the same. Okay? There is no marriage on planet Earth, be the marriage the good, the bad, or the ugly, that is the same. And it will never be. So the way you run your own home, if your husband is the head of the house of your own home, your husband takes decision, good and fine. Then another home, if the decision making, the opinions is between the man and the wife, good and fine. Then another home, if it is a woman that notices that she is married to a weak man, a weakling as a husband, that cannot say yes and no and stand by his words, and she have that abilities and those characteristics embedded in her, let her be the man of the house. I am not saying that being the man of the house means that you will disrespect your husband. No. Because if Don Davis' father is this type of person that shied away from social media, shied away from cyberspace, he cannot come out to this extent that now justice is about to prevail for that little Don Davis. It's not because the woman knows the kind of husband he have as a wife. That was why she said no. And she was pained as a mother, what her son has gone through in the hands of the school authority. Up till today, the people that were behind the molestation of Don Davis, they still they do mago. If not of recent, now judge, they don't conclude that they will arraign them now the first time in court. It was this woman alone that have been fighting, crying all her life out, begging public, begging Nigerians to hear her, that her life was even at threats. People will still come on a live stream and be threatening her. When you see the handwriting on the wall, when you see it clearly on the wall, is it because it have not happened to you, or you want it first to happen to you before you will now understand the plight that your fellow human being, your fellow man, a fellow boy or a fellow girl like you is going through? God forbid us to go through that kind of trauma in life. God forbid. Do you know how many persons that have been silent like that? Some of them that don't have money to fight. Some of them that don't have money to take the case up. Some of them that don't know relevant authorities to meet, because they cannot, even though they know, they cannot afford it. They will just give them state pill, and that is it, die the case. Or you follow. What will they do? They will just collect that money and they will shut their mouths. But some people like Don Davis' mother, to hell with you and your money. Even though she dies for her son today, history is made that there was once a woman that did this for her son. The son will grow up tomorrow and people will tell the story. Internet, they say, doesn't lie. We'll be there to see that. So this was what my mom fought for me, even though he doesn't really understand what the mother is doing for him right now. Okay? So, my people, lovelies, I beg una, in the name of Almighty God in heaven, now money or not be Didi money, oh. Yes, not be Didi money, but all these are the kind of stories we don't want to hear. Can't we be hearing stories of excellence, how their children graduate with good grades after you have spent millions of naira on that child? Can't we be hearing story like that? Must it be death, molestation, initiation, that one, bullying, maltreatment, and all that people will be hearing from boarding school? Boarding school where parents pay good amount of money. The millions of naira they pay in a term in boarding school is not even 1 year's salary in some Nigerian workers' life. It's not even 1 year's salary. So what are we talking about? You are sending your child to school to learn, or you are sending your child to school so that they will bring him or her as a living dead corpse for you. Then you will still spend money again running helter-skelter to look for the best hospital to take that child to. The school authority, they need to really investigate this. And parents as well who cannot talk, that have seen such a thing and decide to withdraw their child, it's high time you guys speak up, because some people don't have boldness to talk. They will say, let this thing happen first. Then they will start talking. Say, this one happened to me. Oh, my pikin tell me this one before. Like this one not do this one before. There are evidence to show. So let it what happen. Let them start coming out to talk. And parents too that are in the school there, this Dowen College, it's high time make una sit down on a pikin, ask them questions. So okay, if you don't inculcate lies in a child cannot lie when they are very young. If you are not that kind of parents, because some parents are pathological liar, that right from when a child has started talking, that is when they will be lying. By the time they do one or two things, the child sees, they say, don't tell daddy that I did this. So you don't dey inculcate lie in that child. All right. So though when parents, is now you people should sit your children and be asking them question. How the school is, how they operate the school and the system of things of that school. And this too should still be a lesson to those of you that have boarding school. If it is only sick bay you have in your school, that one is just too small. Put an undertaking before a child comes to that school, that if a child falls sick and you know that it's not what the school can handle, on behalf of the parents, that child can be rushed to a well equipped hospital to save the life of that child. Then the parents can foot the bill afterwards, or it depends on what led to the child being taken to the hospital. If it is from the school side, then the school too should face the dance. They should dance to the music. They will be the one to foot the bills. Okay. But if it is not from the school side, it's like normal sickness and all that. By the time they have done everything, every checks, and they know that it's not from the school, then the parents pay. You don't need to wait for the parents of the child. You'll be calling, and we have done first aid. Oh, we have given injection. Oh, we have done that. Oh, we have why when there is no good medical personnel or practitioner that knows what is wrong with that child, there that can diagnose what is really wrong with that child, so that they can effect treatment immediately. Nigerians, until something don't spoil, before that we go come start to they want to make amendments. Until water don't pass Gary, before we would start to make amendments. That video, that boy could not even stand. Abba. The boy could not even stand. He could not. He was in pains. You can see the pain in that child. You can see the pain. You can see the agony. You can see what that boy have gone through. Even at his dying time, he was able to tell the parents, this is what my seniors did to me. And the seniors' parents, in as much as they are innocent of this, in as much as they sent their children to school, not to bring in result like this, to drag their names into the mud, what have they now done? Instead, we are hearing rumors that one of the children have been sent abroad. Is that what we should be talking about right now? Is, oh, na person own na im go fit die, your own no go fit die, abi? Your own go want to live because you have money. Your own go want to hide because we operate in a system of government where money speaks. When you don't have money, you don't have voice, you cannot talk. They will just shocking you. They might even go as far as putting you 6 feet down, all in the name of, because they have money. You don't have money. You are managing to pay your son's school fees that worth millions of naira because you love your son, because you love your child, because you as a parent, you are not privileged to have that same education. That is why you decided to go extra mile, even when it's against all odds, to make sure your son or your child or your children have befitting education. Then what do you get of it at the end of the day? Cause that your said healthy child you sent to school is dying. Is dying. Not that the child was like involved in a motor accident. Not that the child was like sick, natural sickness. The child was beaten by boys in the school, and you put your children, you put your money, you invest your wealth on your child education. Then in the school too, they are making profits because it's business center. Then at the end of the day, what happened? The school are now like bending the story, trying to paint the story, because owners of the school are big time shots who eat and dine with relevant people that matters in the society. They are trying to bend the story. When Don Davis case came up, Don Davis School, Deeper Life High School, is owned by Deeper Life Church. You and I knows who own Deeper Life Church, W.F. Kumuyi. All these are people that eat and dine with high class, first class citizens. Okay? That whatever happens, anybody that wants to drag their names, they felt they are dragging their names in the mud, we see anyhow. We see anyhow. I believe that there are some ministers of God that really have this spirit of humility in them. Number one, my mentor, late T.B. Joshua. I believe T.B. Joshua will come down to even address the issue. He might even go as far as visiting the families of the people. If he own a school and such a thing happened. But no, most of all these ones, they will be sending representatives. They will be sending their bodyguards, their flies, their dogs to be going out there to represent them, because they don't want their face to be on public. They don't want them to drag their name. But truth be told, who owned the school? Who owned the school? How can a child go to school healthy, then the child will now come back home unhealthy? And when they try to check what's up that happened with the child is being maltreated, the child is being molested, the child is being bullied, the child is being beaten. Where did these boys got whatever they use in beating this boy from, the weapon, because they want to initiate him into cults? Is it by force to join cults? If it is good for you people, fine and good, continue, but it's not a good thing. But Now that you are dragging people, initiating people into it, and they don't want 12 years old boy. What does 12 years old boy know about a court life? So that by the time he joins them, he will not become hooligan. He will now become disrespectful to the parents that are sending him to school, that are spending millions of naira on him. Is that what we are talking about right now? Is that what you people want? You people are privileged. You are born with silver spoon. There are a lot of people that did not born with silver spoon. That are not born with silver spoon. Sorry. They were not born with silver spoon. So they made their money by themselves. Because they were not born with silver spoon and they passed through hell going to school, if at all they even went to school. So some of them, they make sure they work too hard to foot the bills of their children by what? Paying millions of naira in school fees, buying thousands of naira provision for their children to make them look good. That does not mean that that child is your favorite child. When a child has started doing things like this, and as a parent you don't caution, cry out, so that tomorrow, now when that child becomes government property, people will be out there for you and they will say, yes, this woman talk am o, she cry out o, say this pikin don big pass me o. She cry out, not be say you go dey cover the child, dey cover the child, dey cover the child. You have sent your child now abroad. This same abroad, you have the privilege to do visa. Why you not do visa, send the pikin abroad, make e go school, go do? You send am go the when college, where e now constitute nuisance and have taken the life of a boy like him, but your own now you safeguard them. Make una go bring those boys, so una go bring those boys. Because yesterday I watched a news on television. It happened in somewhere in America. A white kid, where the father bought him gun, and he took this small boy. He took the gun to school and killed 4 people. They have arrested the boy. His face now is on a crime fighter. In face they there now. My people, they arrest him. So all this cover wey Nigerian parents they do because they get money. When you have money in Nigeria, you are above the law. Nothing they do you, nothing they happen. And I will still blame the government in this, because if government on ground put things in place, rules, laws that we abide in all these things, una no go run anywhere. Una no go, at the highest now, they might get hold of the parents. All right, then come today, come tomorrow, come today, come tomorrow. Investigation. That is how Nigeria case is. So come today, come. But you people might not see the culprit. The people that were behind the mask, una no go see am, we no go see am. Now so what they do for that country. But Adibin is a poor person like me. Now they go come find you, locate you, arrest you, handcuff you, handcuff the pikin. They call you all kind of name, whether it is even an allegation, whether you did not do the crime or you truly did it. They go, they curse you, they insult you, bomb blast you, as far as they don't level something against you. That is how they do things there. Okay, so this boy now is gone, and is gone forever. On your tent, O Israel. So definitely parents will now go and bury their dead, as the Bible says. But the father, to me, did not do well in this. I am not here to castigate anybody, but I am here to analyze this issue. The father did not do well to me because the boy complained. You said it in your video. I watched it. I heard your voice. It's not that it was an audio. I saw your face. You said they complained, but your other children were in the school, the same school, and they said, Daddy, just allow it, be. Then it's not like as you think. This one, that one that you wanted to withdraw. It's not everything you discuss with wives. So if you have this kind of wives that is controlling, don't discuss everything with your wife. Just take decision as a man. That is why you are the head. That is why you are man. It's not easy to become a man. A man. In as much as some women play the roles of men these days, but I don't think that is everything they can still do as man. All right. In as much as many professions these days, you see women into different professions that men are also doing. But I don't think it's everything a woman can do as a man. You would have taken that decision. Withdraw the boy from the school as at that time. Look for a good hospital. Go and check your child. You have the money. Thank God you are blessed. Because if you not get that money, you no go dey go take and go school. They say they pay 1 million naira a term. Abi how much? And you have 3 of them there according to you. So you can see the monies this school is really making from only you as a parent, let alone all those hundreds of children that are there. Then the school authority now, they are not trying to bend the story too. They are not trying to put it on the late boy. Boy don't die, go now. They say na dead body now they lie they put for. In those days when Christianity is not as strong as now, dead body they slap people if you lie for a head. A dead body when e dey vex, wey be say in death not be in time, e go give you dirty slap, and that by the time you start confessing, it's not your clear eyes. But this time around, some dead bodies, they are so weak, they no dey do anything. Some people say they will go and change the dead body so that if they know you have vibrant spirits, they will go and change so that you cannot come and be disturbing them here and there. Poor boy don't die go. But my happiness is that the father said the boy complained. Then what did you do as a father? Why did you not tell your son, give me the names of that boys? Then you do something. If you know you cannot do it, then you report the case to the school authority. And if you see the school authority is not doing anything, they are nonchalant about it, take it further by reporting the case to the police. Because you cannot be paying millions of naira, even though you are paying peanuts in all these mushroom schools that we have here and there, for those who doesn't have money like that to at least let children get formal education. Even at that, and your child, where you are paying like 30,000 or 20,000 in a term, complains to you that teacher does this to him, or teacher try to draw the breast, or teacher or the fellow school student try to kiss, or this one do that one, then you as a parent, you go fold your hand and you will not bravo the child. Say, abeg, not talk, not talk. Are you sure of what you are talking about? You are a bad and wicked parent. I did a video the other day. It's in my channel, where 2 small children, I don't even think those children are 8 years old, they were seen kissing at the back of the school compound. Small children. Was it not somebody that videoed them? Somebody videoed them from far, because the video wasn't that close. The pictures of the children were not that close for somebody to pick the face. But if the parents comes across those videos, they will know that those are their children. Nobody even knows whether the children are of the same siblings. Nobody knows whether the boy now have started dating that small 7 years old boy girl in the school. But they are wearing school uniform. Is that not a red flag on that school's face, for that matter? Where are the minders, as I asked in that video? What about the teachers? Let's assume the teachers' eyes are not on ground because they are in the classroom teaching. They are preparing in their lectures for that day or subject for that day. What about minders that are to check little children? If they are going to toilet, you take them to the toilet, you clean their ass. If they are going to wee-wee, you take care of them. If they want to eat, you feed them. Where are the minders that are paid to do their jobs? The school siren in that video I saw was quiet. Probably, maybe others are in the classroom, or they have closed for the day and they are waiting for their parents to come and pick them. But even at that, a good school, the minders should wait until the arrival of the parents. Then if they have overstayed, then you charge them for taking your time until everybody leaves. Then you cannot live as a minder. That is what they do in foreign countries. Teachers will not just go and leave children alone. You will see them. You will see them with the children, the students, until their parents have finished picking them. Then they go. Africa own system of things. You will go to school, you will not see the teachers, you will not see the minders. On your 10th, oh Israel, I finished teaching for the day. Your mother is not coming, 4 o'clock, I've closed, this is overtime for me, I'm going. Make sure you stay with your brother. You will see the children playing. You will see the children doing kele kele, the other type of kele kele, toshi toshi, and kissy kissy. And you don't know as mother, your eye not reach ground. Small children, I have the video in my channel. We are seen kissing, touching each other. Where did they see all that from? Definitely from television, or probably from their parents. Okay? Probably from their parents. I'm talking of black skin now. I don't even know where that a video come from. Somebody sent it to me and I treated it. I don't even know the country. Whether it's still my Obodo, Nigeria, I don't know. Okay? So, there are red flags in our lives as parents. So many red flags in our lives as parents, that we don't put things on ground and we just allow things to just be the way they are because you don't have time, or because that child is not your favorite child, or not your favorite person you are looking after as a guardian, or what. So what are we talking about in the case of these boys now, that their faces are all over cyberspace, that were behind the beating to death of Sylvester Oromoni? What shall be done to them? Will they still be allowed in Nigeria to work as free boys? Because up till now, I've not heard any of their confession. I have not. Okay. Thank you, Nasi. You are always supportive. Thank you so much, my dear. I hope you have prepared the Sunday rice because it's a tradition in Africa, Nigeria. Sunday, whether there is money or not, you cook Sunday rice, which I will do later when I'm done with this LS. I've already soaked my meat because it's been blocked, so that it go defroze. Okay. So what are we talking about? Parents, I beg. Some parents sef, and they are not even helping out in this. So their own is the type I call money misroad. Do you know there are monies that misroad? There are some families money misroad enter. They don't know how to use money. They abuse money. But those that knows how to use money don't have it. Money misroad families, their own, the money is there, they just lavish the money. How much is school fees? 1 million naira, 10 million naira. Okay, take, bam, abeg. Make sure my son is doing well. Make sure your eyes are on ground on my son. Make sure this one, do that one. Anything you notice, and please, I'm giving you the audacity now. Discipline this child for me. This child is too stubborn, and this child is too this child is too that. Money misroad families because of what? They don't have time. Some of them too, they don't have true love for that their children or their said son or daughter. Their own is that this person should just leave the house and go to boarding school so that they can have their peace of mind. You know what it means for you not to even see your child for, like, maybe you go to work, you work 10 hours, 11 hours, you have not seen your children for the day, even though the teenage grown ones, and you don't feel somehow, you don't miss them. At least you are at work, you will still remember them. Let alone your child that is off your state. You reside in Delta State, your child is in Lagos State, and they called you, your pikin not well, see, whether it's through video call, whether it's through voice call, whether it's through text message you got, we don't know. We are waiting for you, the mother, to come and talk, because me, I dey vex for you as the mother. If others are not seeing it the way I am seeing it, I dey vex for you as a mother, because no matter what you are doing, now you carry that pikin, Now you carry that pikin. When I watched the video yesterday, the man was trying to cry, but he was holding his tears as a man, while his two daughters were like patting him to calm down. But you as the mother, now you carry that pikin oh. So when you were called and you gave audacity now to somebody in Lagos to go and check after that child for you, and you are not getting situation report. I don't know how people do oh. Me, as you see me, so I not get mind oh. I get mouth. I can bomb blast when I am angry. I can tell whatever is in my mind. I refuse to be bullied. I refuse to be humiliated. But when it comes to my children like this, I no dey agree oh. I no dey agree at all at all. I will sit my children down and they, if you start to scrutinize them, I know that it takes the grace of God. As far they have started talking, all right, you as far they have started talking, they talk to them, they ask them questions, because school is the number one place in life where children get corrupt. School, whether you like it or not, whether private school or missionary school or government school or federal school or atakara moi moi o, any type of school e be, even in atakara moi moi, there are teachers that are fingering students. They have favorite children that they will come and start fingering. Anything school, we are not even talking about academical right now. Even school where you go and learn sports as well. Like all these sports schools where you send your children to, you pay money to have them trained, maybe in judo, maybe in karate, maybe in ball dancing. What are they called? All these sports that people do now, their teachers are there molesting them. Some of them, if you hear their ordeal, some of all these sport people, when they go to their school to learn, I'm not talking of education now, I'm talking of sports school, how they are being molested, how they are being used by their coach or instructors, you go fear oh. So it takes somebody that is bold to confide in the parents, and it also depends on how you the parents are to your children or that your child. Ask them questions, because now this Sylvester's case, I will not say that is because they are poor that made him to go down like this. They are not poor students. People going to that school and they don't chop belle full. Go and check out the school. Dowen College, Lekki. They don't chop, the parents don't chop belle full before they send children to that school. So school like Deeper Life sef wey they pay $500,000 na toy compared to some kind of big expensive schools in Nigeria. Okay, so be friends to your children oh. Not be only to dey shout we go dey shout for our children when they misbehave. When we shout for them, then you call them with another hand to you pet them and you ask them question. You are always online playing games. What kind of games are you playing? Are you having a bully on the games? Is anybody asking you out? I watched a video the other time and I so applaud the white man, whereby a 15 years or than age girl told the father to tell you how close they are. This is not a mother now. The father told the father that a man is chatting her out, chatting her up, and she told the man, I am 15. They showed all the text messages. I am 15. This man keeps chatting up the girl, asked the girl where she's school. The girl told the father, so the father was giving the girl information on what to say. So you get played along. I schooled at so school. The guy said, okay, I will come and check you out on this said day. A Nigerian man, the video is everywhere. It happened in the abroad. Went there, small girl. The father, all of them don't ambush the wait. They call police. So when the girl saw the man and the man also saw the girl, he knows that yes, they started chatting again. I am here and this is me. This is what I am wearing and all that. Immediately the man came out to that girl. What are you? Okay, let's assume that you never knew the girl was underage, but you have seen her now on ground. She even still said that I am the one chatting with I am 15. You want to make love advance, sexual advance on a 15 years minor? Purifier.
That was how that man was arrested. Married man, Nigerian man. Eh? Anywhere people go, they go just they show themselves. I am not saying that it's only Nigerians that are pedophiles, but what I'm trying to say is that abroad, their system of things is far, far different from Africa. All right? He was caught red-handed. All the chat messages, you knew you were chatting with 15 years old child. Let's assume you never knew she was 15, but she later told you on the chat. Then why did you not back out? You haven't telling her that yes, and you will take care of her, then give me the name of your school. I will come and check you out, take you out, and all that, buy you chocolate that the parents have not bought for her before. Woe betide you. Those kind of people might even be sleeping with their children, because of late now you will see videos, people are really coming out with their bold voices and bold faces to show their face. This is not even behind the camera or behind the mask, to tell you how their fathers have been sleeping with them, because the fathers have rained them, so there's nothing they will lose again. They hate men with passion. How their father molest them, how their father sleep with them. And because we are from a kind of society whereby if you have money, you can shut up all the loopholes. All right? The other day, I watched in one human rights activist channel on YouTube where a girl said the father is touching her breasts. Underage girl that lives in boarding school, anytime she comes home, the father always touch her breast. Whenever she's reading on the dining, the father will, oh my good God. And you have a wife upstairs. You have a wife waiting for you to come and kawashi. Now your own pikin, or did you find out that that child is not your child? You are touching the child, you are fingering her. You are fingering her, showing your child your penis, your big cassava in between your legs. Are you people cursed? Are you cursed? I don't know. Whereby even normally as children, your teenage children, by the time you see that they've started having breasts, developing breasts, and you see that their magic sticking between your legs are getting bigger by the day, you respect them. You don't barge into their room like that. You don't just barge into their room, you knock, because you don't know that that child is naked. Because you gave her that room, you gave him that room in his name. But you will see some parents with grown-up girls. I'm not even talking about adult now, because this time around, sef, 11 years don't get breast. Oh, when you talk of 13, you don't full chest remain because of what? There are people drawing it. There are people drawing it in school. All these are small, small boyfriends. Sometimes it's their father that are drawing it, sucking it. And they will be giving them gifts not to talk. You have a mother in the house, not that your mother is not there, or even though your mother is not there, you are divorced, you have a stepmother, but there is no relationship between you and your mother for you to open up to talk. That was how that girl now opened up to tell her best friend's mother that took up the case. And they called the man. The man was even still denying. They had to take the girl to test. If not, why will a 16 years old want to tarnish the father's image? That the father is fingering her, the father is holding her breast, the father is trying to suck her boobs and all that. And you know that it's not true. What will she gain? Because people will say, maybe they pay the girl because he not marry a mama. Maybe a mama not tell him to do all these things. And I thank God for technology today that Nigeria as a country, when it comes to our health sector, it has really improved. There are a lot of things that have been put on ground in teaching hospitals. I'm not even talking about private hospitals right now where you cannot afford. I'm talking of teaching hospitals, government hospitals. In as much as it's money, you will still use to check all those things, okay? But at least they have been put on ground to check. The news I talked about earlier on, that they saw rotting, decomposed condom in that minor's body. Is it not still boarding school? Parents sent her to go and learn. Wetin condom go deposit inside pikin kpekus? Till today, I know that people they ask that question. Wetin condom Go deposit inside pikin kpekus. To the best of my knowledge in history, Bible and everywhere, it is only Virgin Mary I know say na im dem say e born Jesus Christ when e never meet man. That was why when Joseph find out that she was pregnant, Joseph say, I no go do again. You know as e dey pain, because Joseph was in love with Mary. I no go marry again. So you started, you are cheating, you are sleeping, and you told me you are a virgin. Mary say, I'm still a virgin, no. By that time, nothing to even check the virginity to see whether the babe could tight. Mary was telling Joseph that I am still a virgin, trust me. You will marry me before you see this kpeku. So no be nowadays wey be say our kpekus na public commodity and kpekus republic for whoever that wants to see. Mary said, no, please, I have integrity. I have respect for my people, and I have respect for myself. I have self-esteem. You will marry me. You said you love me. Yes, I will give you kpekus to chocolate, but you will pay my bride price. I don't want to do this without putting the ring on my finger. Then Joseph now find out that Mary was vomiting, morning sickness, and he knows 100% well that he have never slept with Mary, the mother of Jesus Christ. So how come? So you dey deceive me since you dey go chop cassava for outside, eh? That was what Joseph told Mary. But Mary said no, that was why God opened his eyes in the dream through angel Gabriel to come and defend Mary. If not, that relationship will break. And people who are Mary's jealous friends and neighbors, they would have been laughing Mary that, so you not be virgin, you just dey deceive this man, they chop him money since. Whereas the lady not really virgin. So it was angel Gabriel, God sent to come and tell Joseph, take this woman as your wife. Now, perfect woman, she will be the mother of your children before you come born other brothers and sisters where Jesus Christ born. Holy Ghost came of Mary. That was how she got pregnant as a virgin. Now let's show. So this lady now, this small girl now that died like that, how the condom enter her kpekus? Are you telling me that she went to the market boarding school, or she bought the condom before she went to school and insert it in herself? Is it not somebody that used the condom on her so that he will not be traced, or so that he cannot get infection through the girl? Now so that girl take die. The news, how many don't go like that? Yeah, they smell. All of you have case to settle. All of you have to dance to the reggae music you have started. All those boys, make them fish them out. Oh. Parents will be say boys of these days, and not just even know the boy child, they are becoming nuisance. They are becoming new. There's no story we thought his name not a day. Boys, all their names, they always did story. Look at what they have put their parents now, because parents say I get money, make una go school. Now be this one, so what would they talk so? Now don't go kill another person picking come now. Just like that. Because of say my parents get money. My people, thank you for coming in. I wish you guys Merry Christmas. So I hope someone don't buy on a gift to see my own for back. Oh. We don't they do they go. So as I said, season of joy and giving, please monetize whatever you know you cannot send to your loved ones, to people you know you want to stretch out your tithe season giving to. All right. And we thank God because Jesus Christ's born day is the reason of this Xmas celebration. And by the special grace of God, God willing, 24th December 2021 will be Christmas Carol on this channel with praise and worship. Yes, we are coming to sing Christmas Carol alongside with praise and worship to thank God for the salvation of our souls, for those of us that have accepted Jesus Christ as the personal Lord and Savior, and for giver of life, because he gives life and he take it. So for him making us to see this far, we need to thank him. All right, on that said day. my people. So keep a date, schedule your date with Didi. I will really do appreciate if you join me here, even though if it is few seconds of your time to celebrate the goodness of God in our lives, even on our channel. All right. Most of us has challenges in this year 2021. So let's come praise God that God in his infinite mercy will engulf our channel with his blessings so that people with evil eyes shall not see our channel. Yes, there are people with evil eyes that doesn't wish your growth. That is why they are reporting you right, left, and center, reporting your video. That is why they are commenting strolls at you as well. Okay, so my people, I go now. By the special grace of God, I will come back this evening to treat on another interesting topic. So please, I am of the opinion that if you decide to put your sons, your daughters, your children, your to boarding school, it should not be far from you. Alternatively, if you have the monies to spend that much, send your wife abroad with that child or those children to school. It will be in the safer hands there. Rent accommodation there. It will be safer. Let the woman be seeing your children, since you, the man, doesn't have the time, okay, to do that. Then if your wife have business, you guys can talk it out. You can put a representative, because you are talking about your children, right? You love them, right? You want their success in life, right? By sending them to good school, you think the schools are right. Then you have to what? Be there as well for them. Then for men, please stand up as a man. Stand up. Let women not be taking decisions for you. Let your children don't be deciding for you, telling you, Papa, this is what I want to do. They are your children. Why will you be scared of your child? Can't you look your child in the face when your child have done something wrong and scold him or her? When your child have done something beautifully right, you applaud that child? Can't you as a parent? Is it the child that is paying your bills? Anyways, I won't be surprised. Because in Nigeria, where I come from, children now pay bills for their parents. Yes, they pay bills from their parents. They don't care to know where the monies come from. All their own is that they are collector, tax collector, or collector, anyone collecting from the child when you know that child is not doing something legitimate. Then you will go on bended knees and be praying that God should bless the hustle of that child. Hustle might come, but that blessing is not from God, because God's blessings lasts forever until you die. But hustle and devilish blessings that are not legit, that is from the devil, are temporary. So guys, I go now. See you in the evening. God willing. Goodbye for now. Thank you.